you want your units to be doing the maximum amount of damage they can possibly do in Anime Adventures, then you will need to get all of your best units to level 100. And you're probably wondering, what's the best way to do it? Well, if you watch this video to the very end, I'm going to tell you every single way that you can physically level up your characters and the best way that you can try and get all of your characters to level 100 as fast as possible. So stick around to the end of the video to find that out. Alright guys, so as we all know, level 100 is the max unit level you can get. Obviously, there is actually higher than that by limit breaking your units. The more you limit break it, the more it increases in level cap. You can limit break a unit 3 times, making the actual maximum level cap 130. But you guys are probably here because a lot of us are new to the game. There is a lot of old players and a lot of new players. That means we are all getting new units, and you're going to want to know how to get your unit to level 100 as fast as possible, because when it's at level 100, it does a lot of damage because your unit scales with the level. So the higher the level, the higher the damage. So you guys are watching this video to figure out how to get your unit to level 100 as fast and easy as possible. So let's get straight on into the first method. Alright guys, so our first method is actually going to be the food items. Like most tower defense games, they all have food items to actually go ahead and use on your unit. So the higher stage that you do, the better ones you'll get. So as you can see that the Spirit Beam is only going to give you 25, but then if you go further down the line, as you can see that they do start getting more and more. So as you can see that I have 32 of the ones that give 3,000. This one also gives 3,000. So there's multiple ways you can go ahead and get them. Just like many tower defense games, if you go ahead and just play a stage, you most unlikely get it basically every single time. I think it's anywhere from 1 to 6 you can get, or there is another way. So there's actually a couple ways to go ahead and get these, like I've just said. Obviously, you know, you can just keep playing the stage. You get them from infinite runs, you get them from normal runs, you get them from basically everything. But there is also a way that you can use your gold. And if a lot of you are confused how to get gold, basically you get it by selling the units you get from the banner, not by, you know, doing anything else with them. So as you can see in the gold shop, you are able to go ahead and buy all these different XP items, going all the way from the worst to the best. So as you can see that the Spirit Rod is currently the best ones in the game. So obviously, you know, mainly spend your money on these, whereas, you know, there is other ones that are like slightly the same, but I just don't get why you would spend more money on these ones when this one gives the same amount for the cheapest amount. And there's also this one here. So I'd say buy them a lot. You can also go ahead and buy stars here, but I'm going to have a video on how to evolve units as fast as possible. Anyway, so say if I go into my units and I find a unit that is lower level. So I don't know, let's just say I find this unit here. I can click feed and I can go ahead and add the basically the best one that I have. So add a couple of Spirit Rods, and as you can see, her level will gain insanely. So if I feed her that, she goes from like level 41 all the way up to 57. So that is one of the best methods. Obviously, you know, just playing the game, because you're just going to get that anyway. So I would suggest that obviously food is the main thing that you should be going for, but there is actually a better method. But let's get straight onto the next method right now. Alright guys, so the next method is actually going to involve you guys summoning. Because you know when you summon, you're going for those mythicals that you guys need, and you end up getting a lot of epics, you end up getting a lot of rares, and everything like that. A lot of people have them on auto sal, but they are actually a very, very good source of XP, because the higher level you actually are in the story mode, so get the story mode to the max, and then you'll be able to get these units leveled up a lot faster. So, say if I go ahead and pick this devil boss right here, and I click this fuse button down here, as you can see, just fusing one epic character into them gets them from level 33 all the way up to 37. So, with the first method of the video, I said that selling these units gives you gold, and you can go ahead and buy the food items. So you have two options here. You can either use method 1 or you can use method 2. I personally believe that method 2 is a lot better. That's why I basically have no gold, because I fuse basically all of my characters, and the higher rarity of the character that you fuse, the more you will get. So before, obviously, you know, when AA was a thing before the game obviously shut down, fusing mythicals into obviously better mythicals was always the best thing to go ahead and do. But now that the limit breaking has come around, you need 12 mythicals to go ahead and make the character that you want limit broken. So actually fusing your epics, no, not your epics, actually fusing your mythicals into just for levels is kind of stupid because, like I said, look, you need 12 of them to go ahead and limit break a unit, and limit breaking a unit is far better than just going ahead and fusing 12 mythicals into a unit to get it to level 100, because if you go ahead and limit the break the unit, you can go and use the other two methods that I'm going to show. Obviously, I've already showed the one about the food, and the next one I'm going to show you guys after. But yeah, let's get straight on into the next method. I personally believe that the food is a better method, but you know, it just depends on whether you want to keep your units or not, because obviously, you know, you can get a lot more gold and buy a lot more food, but bear in mind, you can get the food from just playing the stages. But let's get on to the final method of how you can get your characters to level 100 as fast as possible in Anime Adventures. Alright guys, so the final method that I actually do have to go ahead and get your units to level 100 as fast as possible is, of course, just doing the story mode, because actually the higher you get in the story mode, like I said before, the higher amount of XP you get from fusing, and you also unlock the ability to buy some of the best foods in the game. And to be fair, you're going to be playing story modes a lot because you're going to be having to do challenges, you're going to be having to do raids, you're going to be having to do a lot of things anyway. And not only that, it also does go ahead and give you Battle Pass XP, so you're able to get trait rerolls, you're able to get gems, you're able to get everything that's in here. You're even able to get curses, even units. Like, there's a unit here. Even if you don't buy the actual battle pass, there is still a lot you're able to get. So leveling up that also levels up your battle pass. And bear in mind, it also levels up your character, because your character has actually become very important, your character level. Only up to level 100, but it has become very important. Because if you go over to where the leaderboard area is, they've recently added a new NPC, which allows it for level milestones, which will be added in the future. So getting your level up is as important as physically possible. Don't let me forget the fact that it also allows you to have every single slot. So once you hit level 30, you're allowed to have every single slot with a unit, which is a must for this game. So you need to be grinding this game a lot. It is a very grindy game. It is a lot harder than most other tower defense games, but you know, it's not as hard as you guys think. So, you know, going in and just doing all your quests, so making sure that you're doing all your daily quests anyway, and your infinite quests, you're going to be getting a lot of XP from just playing the game anyway. It's not a lot. That's why I'm leaving this method till last. Like, it really doesn't give you loads, but this character, I stopped at 96, and now she's 100 just from playing the game. And also, like I said, like, I've never fused anything into this guy because there's no point. He's level 98 as well. Same with this one here. There's no point. Like, some units, you know, will just level up, but I would suggest, like, obviously, you know, leveling up to be on par with most of your other units. So with me, I try to level up to 90 of the ones I'm actually going to go ahead and use, and then the ones I don't go ahead and use, I just let them, you know, whenever I'm going to use them, just let them level up on their own. But yeah, basically that is the best way to get everything to level 100. It's probably the fastest way to go ahead and do things, and it's probably also the fastest way to get level up everything else, like the battle pass and everything else, because when you're doing all the things I've said, you're also just going to be leveling up everything else in the game. So I probably just said everything else about a million times there. But if you did enjoy this video and you did find it helpful, then please let me know down in the comments. And also while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'm trying to hit 10,000 before the end of 2025. That will be my goal for this year. But it's been Zez, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out and ka-chow. Say the number 47 if you made it all the way to the end, if you're a true supporter.